Welcome back to the news at 10. A new action plan for youth development in the Niger Delta region has been designed by the Niger Delta Development Commission. Now, the focus of the plan includes capacity building, wealth creation and employment generation. Addressing the youths at the first Niger Delta Regional Conference in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, the Managing Director of the NDDC, Dan Abia, said the long-term objective of the plan is to make the youth agents of change.
Kidnapping, pipeline vandalism and bunkering are some of the prevalent crimes in the Niger Delta region, and the youth are those mostly involved in perpetrating these vices. To put an end to these and other acts, the Niger Delta Development Commission, the NDDC, has brought together youth from across the braced states to Port Harcourt for this conference. The conference begins with the address of the Managing Director of the NDDC, who reminds the youth about the need to reinvent themselves and be the creative force that will propel to greatness.
Our three-point agenda is therefore a timely prescription to address the myriads of challenges faced by our youth within the region with a view to creating a peaceful, secure and prosperous Niger Delta region for all. We are of the view that sustainable youth development and empowerment that will unlock the potentials of young people in the region is a must-do.
The chairman of the NDDC Governing Board, Bassi Ewa Henshaw, says the conference is timely as it is within the framework drawn up by the management of the NDDC to build a future for the youth in the region, and for the special advisor to the President on Ethics and Value Orientation, it's time that the youth of the Niger Delta embrace change.
You need to begin to also reorientate your minds about the standards of behavior that you have. You have to try and see that you also change your focus, that you are the African, the true African that you're supposed to be.
Ethics is the key cornerstone for every effort of the human species on the planet Earth. Because ethics simply means, by common language, good character. We had that one from our parents, didn't we?
The central message from all the speakers at the gathering is for the youth to know their role in the development of their region and make sure that they do not abdicate their responsibilities in that direction, no matter the temptation.
Well, building a career can be very complex, yet not many students sit down to plan their future career choices. Telecoms giant Etisalat Nigeria recognizes this gap and is helping to fill it. The company and its partners, Lagos Empowerment and Resource Network, has held the 10th in the series of its Employee Volunteer Career Counseling Program for students of public secondary schools in Lagos. Our correspondent Henry Ogunjimi reports.
Etisalat and its partners, Lagos Empowerment and Resource Network, hosted students, teachers, counselors and principals of 9 public secondary schools from the Lagos State Education District 1.
Don't want to do what you're meant to be doing in university.
Volunteers from Etisalat Employment share their experiences with the children on how they can choose a career in life, ranging from information technology, engineering to project management.
Go study computer. At this time, computer was really very strict and new. Say, go and study computer. That is the next trend. You know what? That was my angel.
The Career Counseling Program is the value addition to our Adopt the School initiative. A number of changes are taking place in the workplace as a result of global technological and social transformations. Companies are forced to make swift adjustments in order to grow and survive. It is important that students are informed and knowledgeable about this workplace and the implications of these changes to enhance their chances of success.
Our mission is to groom young leaders to be confident, self-sufficient, and socially responsible through education, skill acquisition, and recreation.
The beneficiaries on their part appreciate the initiative.
It's a very good gesture students have actually gained, even principals. We principals have gained from it.
Before, I don't actually know the importance of the computer, but now I have not a lot.
The students then tested their brilliance in the spelling bee competition.
Spell telescope.
T-E-L-E-S-O-P, telescope.
And were treated to rib-cracking jokes from comedian Funny Bone.
Do you know what I did? I turned off the microphone.
Henry Ogojimi, Channels Television News.
All right, now we're going to move on to some business news, and Adeshola Josh will join us shortly.
First Bank, truly the first.
Well, thank you. Let's take you through our business stories this hour. The House of Representatives has said that it will conclude deliberations on the 2014 budget in the first week of April. Speaking with journalists yesterday in Abuja, Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Media, Victor Ogene, said the delay in the budget passage was occasioned by ministries, departments and agencies who have delayed in their budget defense. Increased liquidity from the repayment of matured treasury bills at the market caused interbank lending rates to ease marginally to an average of 10.33% from 10.41% last week. The central bank sold about 259 billion naira worth of debt notes, but the volume of repayments towards matured debt outpaced outflow on the bills, leaving lending rates below the benchmark interest rate. Core money was unchanged at 10.5%, the same level as last week. Overnight placement is to 10.25%, compared with 10.5% last week, while the secured open buyback was unchanged at 10.25%. Traders expect lending rates may increase when the central bank debits lenders to enforce the hike in cash reserves requirement on private sector deposits. Well, the last trading day of the week at the Nigerian stock market ended bullish. Market heavyweights posted gains despite the negative breath recorded. Bisi Koka tells us more.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Let's quickly run you through the day's closing figures. Well, the last trading day of the week at the local bus ended sunny side up, boosted by gains posted by some market bellwethers, despite the negative breath recorded. Well, market operators also attribute investors' positive sentiment to the full-year results released by some companies, which have been impressive. Well, key indicators, that is the all-share index and market capitalization, grew by 0.38%. to end the session at 38,331.78 points and 12.31 trillion naira respectively, while 18 equities logged price gains and Nestle with a gain of 25 naira topped the list and is followed by Total, Guinness and Dangote Cement. On the other hand, 29 stocks shed weight, including CAP, UACN and Cadbury Nigeria. Well, Sterling Bank was the most actively traded stock for the day. Now, when the closing bell rang, 448.10 million shares had been exchanged in 3,640 deals for 4.05 billion naira. Well, those are the day's trading figures. I'm Harriet Agbini.
Of course, that's Harriet Agbini reporting there. The United Bank for Africa PLC has joined the growing list of companies who have posted their financial results for the full year ended December 2013, with the bank proposing a dividend of 50 kobo per share. This was contained in the lender's results submitted to the Nigerian Stock Exchange, which also shows the bank's profit before tax grew by 7.8% to 56.06 billion naira, but profit after tax slowed to 46.6 billion naira. UBA recorded a 20.2% increase in gross earnings to 264.7 billion naira, largely driven by growth in loans and advances, as well as the bank's total deposits. Commenting on the results, the bank's Group Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Phillips Odoza, commended the bank's result, which he says was achieved despite the challenging operating environment. And that's Business News this hour. The News at 10 continues shortly.